many women he actually cheated on you with?
As a whole in marriage?
In, out, or whatever. Was there ever a moment that y'all had a come to Jesus moment where he sat down and said, listen, to my knowledge, this is how many women I've slept with?
Okay, so part of the recovery process where we were in the program for infidelity and all that is discovery. And in discovery, it's like we've trickled out a lot of information. Now it's time to go to level 0, ground zero, they call it. And so he had to make a list. And so he made a list of women, so everything that he could recollect, and there was nearly 100 women on there. And so
you're talking about the 100, where you going
back
back
to? That he wrote on the list. Now
you talking about you talking about in his lifetime, or you talking about while y'all were dealing with each other?
Okay, so we have to define these things. So I did not do a good job at defining if it was the lifetime of his lifetime or if it was specific to just
well, heck, he been dating you since he was 19.
Right. So in my mind, to me, that's a lifetime, right?
Yeah,
in my mind. So I'm thinking at least since we have met.
Did you ever find out how many women?
All right. So this was the voice of Derrick Jaxn's ex-wife. Derrick Jaxn, I don't know if some of you guys remember who he was or who he is. He's like a life coach of some sort, relationship guru that a lot of women pretty much reposted some of his quotes throughout the years. He was pretty much like the Justin LeBoy of relationships, pretty much. Any quote or any bullshit.
I think Justin LeBoy is the Justin LeBoy of relationships.
Yeah, any think piece or any quotes favorable to women that he could find out there, or any bullshit that he could use to pander, he used to post on his page. And women used to run to it, repost it, make it their caption, make it their header, make it their profile picture. And come to find out, this man was cheating on his wife the whole fucking time. And I've called this out 100 times. Like, all these niggas on these podcasts and on these online forums that kiss y'all asses all day is because they trying to pander to y'all, sell y'all something, or make it seem like they're little angels when behind the scene they cracking y'all open like a can of tuna.
Ew.
What's your take on Derrick Jaxn? Because you remember the whole fucking debacle that he was involved in.
With Derrick Jaxn, I don't know much about him besides like all the memes by saying is like when people like trying to talk like, oh, like me caping for the love of my life even though I'm cheating on her, this and this, where it's like my favorite meme was the one where it's like Derrick Jaxn, they put the Nike sneakers logo and me is like the actual wife just not getting the love I deserve. But my take on that nigga, where it's like, and a lot of people who put out content to the world and don't actually do it, like you don't practice what you preach, it's gonna come out to the light eventually. That's why I laugh at a lot of these niggas that do podcasts. A lot of y'all niggas that starting to become creators today. Like all the people that do motivational speeches, this and that, where it's like, fam, you telling me like, oh, you should eat this, you should do vegan, this and that, but nigga, you smoke cigarettes. Like, whereas like, why? Just practice what you preach. And if you practice what you preach, this shit won't happen. Because now when the bullshit come out, where it's like, oh, fam, now the fuckers like, how do you keep your audience at that point?
Yeah, true. That's like the fat vegan conundrum. It's like a fat person telling you to go vegan because it's a healthier lifestyle, but fam, you fat. And I'm not talking from
They're big-boned cheat.
Yeah, whatever the fuck. I mean, I'm not a small guy myself, so it's like that's like me telling somebody, hey, you should exercise 3-4 times a day, do 20 push-ups before you wake up, and cut it out.
You know, someone told us you guys should talk about gym etiquette. I'm like, fam, do we look like we go to the gym?
All right, watch out. Some of us used to. But
they're going to the treadmill.
That's still part of the gym. It's a gym equipment.
All right.
What is a treadmill? Is it or is it not a gym equipment?
The treadmill is literally for people who are for pregnant women who go walking.
Oh, what did the Celtics guy, the player,
Jimmy Butler. No disrespectful to pregnant women, but it's like I'm tired of the niggas that go to the gym and say, "Oh, I'm working out." They wear their little freaking New Balance 990s on a treadmill.
my
And they're like, "Oh, look at
God.
me! I'm working out 7 a.m, fam. You got work at 8. What are you doing here?"
And honestly, I'm gonna say this. It's gonna sound like hate. And ladies, I already know you guys are gonna hate me for this episode anyway. So I'm bracing myself for impact. Ladies, if if you don't know or don't have a full workout routine planned, I don't want to see you post a video of just you doing squats or just you doing it's just pull-ups. It's like, and you have your back face to the camera. People can see your tights and your ass hanging out. And you got your little waist trainer on. You sweating in the right places. It might look appealing or whatever. But it's like, yo, if you could stand in front of the TV in your living room and do that shit, just do it. You don't need to just go to the gym. Like, some of y'all is really going to the gym for attention. And when men say it, we look like pigs because we're looking at you, or you don't come here to be looked at. But it's not like you're in a big hoodie working out. You feel me? So I'm just saying.
Before we even ramp this up, like we had this conversation earlier today, where it's like and I'm having this convo as a happily taken man.
Salute.
But is it me, or is just women just like forcing their vaginas out in these freaking little tights and shit in these Instagram videos?
I can't tread lightly here.
All I'm saying is, like, fam, you know how like when the tights really became like evolved, where it's like, oh, this is meant to show my ass. Women are deliberately showing their pussy lips on Instagram.
I mean, listen, all I'm saying is I would not want my woman to show it.
Oh, okay.
But I do enjoy that on my timeline from time to time.
All right, I'm
will
crazy
say.
about it.
So you don't enjoy seeing them sometimes?
And this is welcome to the Theese Aesthetics.
Welcome to another episode of These Are the Aesthetics. I go by the name of Cheech, a.k.a. I be right, and y'all niggas be fucking taking forever to admit it. A.k.a. your favorite journalist, a.k.a. the summer is mine. Yeah, we outside, man. Gary, I don't care if I have to come drag you out the house, bro. We gonna have to hit the streets up.
Oh, God.
Not the literal streets, but streets for sure.
At least the streets is like, I don't know, like my kitchen, maybe, I don't know, but fuck it. But I go by the name of Gary, aka In Gary We Trust, aka the Podfather, aka
Hate that.
I'm winning in life because I know what I want.
Okay. I applaud you for that, man. Salute. I like it.
This gonna be it. The thing is, I be low-key scared to
Let me
these
talk like a
just
woman
me
that
and
hates.
you talk.
Let me talk as a woman that is hating on the low. I love that for you.
How have you been?
I've been great, man. I've been great, living life, working, just staying out of trouble, staying out the way, and I've been spending a lot more time with myself lately, focusing on the things that I want and the things that are gonna help me grow. I actually want to start learning how to trade, but I want the right person to teach me, because it seems like
She wants to cheat you.
But it seems like everybody is a professional person getting to the money, but you don't see it, reflecting their lifestyle. You feel me? It seems like everybody is gonna get the money when they're 55, when they're retired.
Nobody wants to work at the bottom line, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's like
A lot of
wants
people
to retire at 30.
A lot of people are using being an entrepreneur as an excuse to be lazy and not to work. Like sitting in front of a computer without no safety net to trade and to buy stocks all day is, it's not an actual job if you're not making any real money to sustain your current livelihood off of it.
I hate all
Let me
those
not
guys,
come
man.
off as I'm hating. If you're making
I'll
enough
hate.
money, if you're making enough money to stay home and that could pay your bills, and you could just do that, cool, salute. But if you just crashing on somebody's couch, living in your mom's basement, and you just want to give yourself that tag, then I don't salute that. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Me, I'm doing all right. I realize when you start working from home, you get annoyed outside a lot faster.
Yeah,
'Cause,
because you miss traffic.
Because the thing is like when you first of all see when like I'm starting to get road rage a little bit more, where it's like, damn, you can't drive a little bit faster because it's like your patience kind of like.
You know why that's hilarious? Because you don't drive over the speed limit. So you telling somebody to drive faster is crazy.
You know the thing is, I do drive the speed limit. I just don't have a heavy ass fucking 30-pound foot. That freak, bro. This man cheats me driving like 120 miles in his little Fiat. You don't drive a Fiat, by the way. You missed it.
I mean, shit. Shout out to Fiat. If they want to give me one, don't just discard that yet. That might be our next sponsor. You throwing away. But good.
But real talk, like I'm doing okay. Like Memorial Day weekend is, by the time they watch this is Memorial Day weekend. So I just want to tell everybody, be safe. If you see her with a nigga, leave her alone.
Yeah, don't approach.
Don't approach.
Especially if he's bigger than you. If you see a nigga with your girl outside Memorial weekend, if you're gonna approach that nigga, make sure you have a gun or you have your goons with you.
It doesn't even matter if he's bigger than you. If you see the nigga in the club, everybody's literally playing a freaking. What's one song where people just have to dance to? When people playing like "I Wanna Rock," this nigga is standing still, not moving nothing. Leave him alone.
Yeah, leave him alone. 1,000%.
Just leave him alone.
Yeah.
But let's get into the topics, man. Because we low key already winded it because we had a podcast already.
Way before the podcast.
Way before the pod.
Yeah, that's true.
That thankfully some of the shit we said definitely cannot be on camera.
Yeah, nah, it can't.
But we will revisit some of those.
We
topics.
have moms and sisters. We can't be presenting ourselves in that light as young black men.
I already went too crazy just on the intro.
Oh man. Oh shit. I mean, before we get the ball rolling, what have you been listening to? What's been in your Serato or your music library recently? Or what song do you have on repeat right now that reflects your mindset or just your mood? Period.
You know what's so crazy? It's not even really a new song, but the song that's been kind of on loop in my head is the song Tony on Sing with Popcorn. It's freaking Burna Boy. I probably even pronounced it wrong because I don't even know if this is African or Patois. It ain't none of them, but that song has been on repeat. The song Strike by Lil Yachty has been on repeat.
That one is fire.
I've been listening to Call Me If You Get Lost at Estate Sale with Tyler the Creator. That's been on repeat. But unfortunately, yeah, that's all I've been listening to because when you start to like, when your job is like remote, you kind of lose the taste of looking for new music because you're not really just sitting home in your room listening to music. I do that, but it's like I don't really do it as far as I'm sitting in traffic for an hour and I'm blasting music. That's
true.
So I don't really have an excuse to like really listen to my music because when I have like the little free time I have, I'm like, hey, let me just see how my girl's doing.
True. Okay. As far as me, I've kind of been in your culture, bro. Realistically, I've been vibing to Skang.
I don't know.
Who's a Jamaican artist. I've been vibing to another, I think his name is Byron Messiah. He has a project called No Love out right now. And the song of the summer seems like it's Taliban's. I'm going to play it for you outside. That shit go hard. It's about killing niggas, running down on niggas. You know how you Jamaicans give it up. Wah, 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 wah. Skilly Bang is definitely always a mood. Bang. So Skang, Skilly Bang, and Byron Messiah. I hope I'm not fucking that up. Lil Yachty for sure. That song, the newest song he has, Strike. Yeah. It just proves to me that girls will shake their ass to anything.
You're just not figuring that out?
Like, that shit took off, you know, and it's a vibe, you feel me? Mm-hmm. In the car, you just got to bounce your head. I know why he made that song, because he's going to perform at the festivals. That shit is going to cut on, and the white kids are going to go fucking berserk.
Oh, yeah. So, it's a good song, but I really think it's like, it sounds like a Drake song in my opinion.
I said that the minute it dropped.
Yeah,
you guys killed me.
I didn't kill you for that. No, I didn't.
Well, my other friends did. Because I say, yo, this
I don't
is
take,
like
I don't take Yachty slander, so I don't really slaughter. Like, I don't freaking like. I don't talk shit about Yachty.
I only talk shit about how he dresses, but
and that's what most of our arguments we started.
Yeah, I mean the music is fire, and I think he takes risk when it comes to the music.
I didn't care for his last album, but like, I do appreciate what he tries to do sonically, at least. But that last song, Strike, is pretty much a Drake song.
That's how I felt too, so we agree on that.
Yeah.
The last album, though, not to harp on Yachty for a minute, but the last album, I feel like, just like Drake has been doing, like, his music is made for a specific mood.
Yeah.
And I feel like just Drake be overseas, he gets inspired by something and he makes a whole album and a whole vibe catering to that scenery. Like, nigga, you in Italy looking at the water, you make some shit with some local musicians on the side of the road playing the guitar. It's not gonna hit the same for us in America, you feel me, coming from work at 5 o'clock. You feel me? It's just not gonna hit the same. So a lot of these niggas have been making mood music, which I appreciate. It's just we not in the tax bracket to appreciate that style of art.
As a moody nigga, I love my mood music. But I'm not gonna say music is dry right now, but I feel like something is coming in the music world. Like I know there's rumors that Utopia is coming out in June. We'll see that with Travis. I know Babyface Ray teased some shit for the summer, and that's probably gonna be on repeat every day for me.
You got to send that to me because I haven't heard the snippet or anything.
Oh, on his Instagram.
Yeah, that's cool.
He just be like posting some shit. I'm like,
I heard a couple snippets. I heard some ESTG snippets. I've heard some
ESTG, bro. It's just I don't know what it is, bro. It's like his music is just not like I'm not grasping it right now. Like I don't know what it is.
I got you. Right outside when we done, I'm gonna play you some shit, and if that shit drop. If that shit drop, I might buy a scat pack in the summertime and go crazy.
I'll tell you, it's the snippet effect. Niggas choose the right snippet. Like Lil Baby he is gifted as fuck at that. He be dropping a song and like on the snippet, it's like, oh, this song of the decade, and then when it come out, it'd be like,
no, you know what it is? I figured it out. Niggas be taking forever to drop the song. So by the time we heard the snippet, it was fucking 3 months ago. Drake done drop. Fucking Babyface Ray done drop.
Yeah.
Boston Richie done drop. So your mind is not on that vibe no more. So
exactly.
These niggas be in their heads.
And they be choosing samples that be taking like years to freaking clear. So.
Yeah, that's a fact. All right, well, let's get into what we got to talk about. I think the topic of the week is literally, as a man, if you haven't been keeping up with the finals, I don't know what to tell you, but the Lakers got swept. Let's get straight into it. How do you feel? Who do you blame? And how do you feel about LeBron hinting at retirement?
One, that nigga not retiring.
Of course not.
Soon.
I know.
At least not until his son hopefully gets into the NBA so he can play with his son. Everyone knows that objective. But how I feel about the Lakers getting swept, where it's like, it didn't fuck me up because I saw it coming, because I kind of had the feeling off game one, like niggas is really trying to freaking tell me that like, oh, the Lakers have a chance, they're gonna win this series, they figured them out in the second half. Like fam, 80 dropped 40 points in game one and these niggas still lost. And I hate to say it, as if you really watch basketball, Anthony Davis is the best player on the team right now. LeBron is him. I'm telling you, I'm a LeBron stan, but Anthony, like, shout out to the homie Ant. He made a good point, and I had this conversation with my uncle as well. The Lakers cannot win if LeBron is the best player on the team anymore. Because not saying that LeBron ain't. I still consider LeBron a top 10 player in the NBA, but it's like, fam, this man he's about to be 39 next year, bro. The tank is going to get low eventually. And he's not slowing down physically. It's just the wear and tear. Like, fam, I'm pretty sure if you really watch the games, this nigga played on a bad foot. And if he was 36, 37, he's still dunking, shooting, whatever, running up and down the court. But it's like, yo, this man needs breathers now.
Okay. Who do you feel like cost us the games more, AD or LeBron?
More AD, but it's not even really LeBron, because LeBron dropped freaking 40 in the last game, bro. It's like, it's really, I think D'Angelo Russell, he stunk the freaking on that whole series.
Schroeder.
He
was taking a few unwanted threes. Unwelcoming threes.
Unwelcoming threes. I want to say big fucking shout out to Austin Reeves. Whatever check he gets next year, he deserves double. I'm telling you.
He stepped up.
He was the third best scorer on the team that whole playoffs, right?
I just feel like with a healthy AD, when he's not being a little bitch and not being soft, I feel like the Lakers, their style of play and their intensity lives and dies with AD. When he shows up ready to play, he'll play. When he's feeling soft and he's hurt, he's on the floor a lot, then y'all not gonna. I just know, like, to me, LeBron already assumes his position. I'm the leader of the team. I have to step up when I have to step up, but I cannot carry you guys every game. You feel me? Everybody else has to step up at one point and do their job. You feel me? Like, like it got to a point I was just pissed off because I don't like the style of play that the NBA now is going towards, which is like the team wins or loses based on how many threes they drop. Like everybody want to be a shooter.
Yeah, literally. That's why
I
AD is
just
at the 3-point
like
line.
AD. No disrespect. You could be the sweetest guy on earth. You could be the nicest guy to walk this planet. Fam, you are too tall to be missing layups. You're too tall to be missing points.
Understandable.
You feel me? And you feel me? In the paint, it's just, bro. What's going on? Like, when you got to go in and score, we need those 2 points more than we need those threes. Those threes matter when somebody is open and everybody is guarding somebody and you have somebody to get that rebound. You feel me? But everybody want to shoot. Like, sometimes we up by 30, okay, cool. You could take a few shots here and there. You feel me? Because you can afford these turnovers. But if we up by 15, we 0-3 in the series. We can't afford none of that, bro. Every basket counts. Every foul count. Like, you feel me? Like, it was just too many places where they dropped the ball, and it was more frustrating to look at. And I'm more disappointed in AD, bro. AD, because I feel like,
of course. Street clothes.
I just feel like, yo, you just gotta show up. You and LeBron, no matter what, gotta get it done. Y'all already know, like, if LeBron dropped 40, you drop 40, that's 80 points. Between everybody else, if they drop at least another 40 between the other three players, we should be fine.
I think like with the reason why a lot of people are upset, not even the fact that the Lakers lost, but even just the fact that they got swept, because I personally think that's the best team the Lakers had in years.
Bro, Tristan Thompson played better than AD last game.
Yeah.
He did. He was playing more physical.
I understand, but you got to remember, like, it's rules, because you're not looking for someone like a Tristan Thompson for points. Not to sound like JJ Redick over here, but I understand, like, what on camera and what analytics shows. Tristan Thompson, this nigga is not supposed to leave the paint. If we see Tristan Thompson step foot out of the paint, he's sitting down the rest of the fucking year. Anthony Davis, his purpose is to score and be aggressive in the paint, but that's where he was fucking up almost every game.
But you can't pick and choose when to be aggressive.
Exactly, but that's literally like my issue with like Anthony Davis. That's my issue with Cat from the Timberwolves. Bam, that plays for the Heat. By the way, shouts out to the Heat, even though they lost last night. But that's my issue with Bam. But look how freaking Jokic, however the fuck you say his name, Joker. Why the fuck you think he's so dominant? Because he takes advantage of his size. Yeah. If he knows a nigga is smaller than him, he's going in the fucking paint.
Yeah,
every time. And he has he doesn't care how repetitive it is. He's gonna do it every freaking time.
Yeah, because everything matters. Every point matters, bro. You're in the playoffs. Like, this shit is crazy. But I mean, the speech that LeBron gave at the end, you feel me? He's supposed to. I feel like LeBron is always a class act. LeBron is like the epitome of like the perfect interview, saying the right things. So when he head down with the hat, feeling down, like when LeBron don't say nothing, he's pissed. He's heated. Of
course. He got off the court quickly, which I don't blame him, because it's like,
I mean, I'm not gonna sit there and let you rub it in my face. You feel me? Pause. But I mean, even the speech he gave, I felt like he was talking to the front office. He was saying like, "Yo, I got a lot of things to think about. Like, do I need to play with these scrubs or not?" That's pretty much what he was saying. If you were reading his fucking lips,
I just think like LeBron is I think he just having his Tom Brady moment where it's like, damn, I'm really good. I feel like I'm damn near almost at the top of my
I'm better
game.
than everybody here at my age.
Yes,
and it's just disappointing because I don't want to feel like I'm doing it alone. That's pretty much what LeBron wanted to say. And I mean, you have to be foolish to think he's going to retire in this off season, in this postseason, whatever you call it, because, fam, LeBron in his glory, the way his ego is set up, he's not gonna want to leave without a farewell tour. Best believe. You feel me? He's not gonna leave without the I guess the thank you and the glamour from his peers. You feel me? He's not gonna want to leave the game without that. And the ultimate goal for him is to play with his son. And I think it's gonna be dope just to see him pass the baton to literally the next generation as he does that. So I hope he thinks about it.
He ain't
keep
fucking
taking
quitting,
good
bro.
care. No, he's not a quitter.
Trust me, he's gonna go to Turks and Caicos for a week, and his mind is gonna be reset.
Yeah, man.
He's gonna go back into the gym.
Yeah, man. Take a little quick vacay with Savannah. You know what I mean? Whatever you went to, get a nice little 3, you know what I mean? Get a little extra in Cancun or whatever. You know what I mean, Bron. I mean, let's not be stupid.
Take a quick detour to DR.
Yeah, man. Go to DR real quick. Get Savannah some help. You know what I mean?
Spend the best $100 of your life.
Yeah, man. For a couple $100, somebody will get you right out there, man.
Somebody? You mean a village? So I've heard.
There's a girl out there that could make you forget about yesterday with her
His
mouth.
wife.
His wife with an assistant, with the assistance of another.
Okay, so
another
Jonathan
person.
Majors. Jonathan Majors.
All right. Jonathan Majors is rumored to be dating Megan Good. We finally saw some pictures of them late last week leaving an airport together, which doesn't fucking say anything because they could be working on a movie together. But we know a nigga from, of his stature and somebody like her is not going to be seen with just any casual guy just for the fuck of it. Mm-hmm. How do you feel about him allegedly being involved in a domestic violence case with a white woman, now doubling back or now dealing with a black girl, which used to be or still is, America's sweetheart or black America's sweetheart when it comes to cinema? How do you feel about that?
You know that shit promo, man. I hate to kick a man when he's down, but everybody knows, like, especially as black men, we can just 2 black men here. There's 2 black men here. When niggas get in trouble, what's the first thing you think of? Mommy, mom, where you at, mom? And obviously we look at black women as more of like just the strong motherly figure. And the fact that is like, I heard about y'all dating and it could be leaked, whatnot, whatever, but it's like the fact that we know that you 2 are dating, but we've never even seen y'all publicly together as of yet before the time it was announced. It just comes out as promo.
So
he just trying to save that freaking that Disney contract, that Marvel contract, in my opinion. Which I don't blame him.
Now let me play devil's advocate. He's not the first, man that has done that in the entertainment business. Do you think that's fair for, like, I'm not saying for you to respond as or for black women. I'm just saying, do you feel like that's like fly? Like to go date whoever you want, but soon as the ship is sailing, you want to go back, you want to come back home. Because we've seen Kanye do that to us plenty of times. Go beg for the white man's, acceptance, and then once they deny him of some shit, he comes back to the black people saying, hey, Adidas won't give me my money. Hey, Balenciaga won't pay me. Hey, Gap, stole, Like, I mean, I know black people, we're naturally more forgiving, but do you think it's fair to the black woman to always be the second choice?
Oh, no, not at all. But the thing is like, I could say it 1,000 times, but black men, we have to actually stop making them the second choice. And we had this conversation on why black men date white women, this and that. It's like sometimes.
So who do you blame? Do you blame, again, I don't mean to grill you, but do you blame the black woman for not being open enough to date a black man and giving him a chance? Or do you blame the black man for exploring outside of the black woman, then bumping his head and coming back to his safety net or his safe place?
I guess in a way, I would have to blame the black man eventually. Not to sound like Gary Umar Johnson over here. And I'm not, and I'm clearly, and I know I have a lot of friends who are in interracial relationships. I'm not, no diss to y'all.
You got family members that are.
Yes, I have family members that are in interracial relationships, yes. But all I'm saying is that, you fucked up my train of thought. But what I would say is that whatever you're into, whatever you fall in love, because obviously love has no face. So I'm not trying to be PC, but it's, I'm not trying to be PC, but it's like
saying nothing, bro.
But there's a lot of examples that were like, as far as like, when niggas get in trouble, it's like no disrespect.
They come back home.
Not even the fact they come back home, but when like a nigga that really got hoes, like he got hoes in literally in different area codes, and all of them got at least one bottom bitch. Is the bottom bitch usually, what race is she?
I'm not gonna say.
Why are you not gonna say it?
I don't know.
Really?
It depends on the man.
Really? You know the answer.
I see what you're trying to do, and I'm not gonna. I can't believe you just did that.
What?
Oh, you gonna believe it? Promise me you're gonna believe this.
Don't give me more work.
They go back home to their respective partner. That's what they do. They go back home to where their heart is.
Oh, really?
Where their heart lies, yes.
The heart lies. Okay.
But my take is just assessing that situation, period. I just feel like there's a few things I want to just say at first. I want to say that there's 3 reasons where I feel like people date. I feel like people date for love. Some people date as a business. They treat dating as a business decision. And I think some people treat dating or use dating for selfish reasons, right? For example, if you date for love, just like you previously said, love has no face. You love who you love, you fall in love with who makes you feel at home, who understands you, and you go off to live your life with that person, no matter, where they come from, who they are. That's you making a conscientious choice to fuck with them. The people that get involved in relationships for business decisions is usually people in Hollywood. You feel me? My career is struggling. Let me go and date this person that's in the limelight right now. You feel me? We've seen basketball players that can't leave models alone. We've seen rappers that can't leave video girls alone, that can't leave the strippers alone, the bartenders alone, the social media influencers alone, and vice versa. You feel me? We've seen the regular chick that dated one rapper that can't leave those niggas alone now. You get what I'm saying? So in the case of Jonathan Majors, I do believe like it's a consumer facing trick. It's a pander. Yes, he's pandering because he's trying to save the little respect and the little integrity and the last bit of his career that's left.
So he's in the fire, but like they use the black woman rope to pull himself out of the fire.
Yeah, it's like, okay, cool. If all fails,
the brown rope.
If
the black rope.
Gary, stop it. My thing is, black people spend the most in this country. The way I feel like
black women probably spend the most in this country.
Yeah, I mean, black women are targeted the most, but I'm saying the black dollar overall is more respected. The more we are looking into consumerism in America. But again, in his case, I just feel like he feels like, and I'm not speaking for him, it's not like I'm his fucking friend, but the way I'm seeing it from the outside looking in, it's like, oh, okay, cool. Well, if all fails, even if I'm casted by Tyler Perry for the next 10 years, I'm going to make a decent living if I'm still good in my hood, in a sense. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So I understand that. And the last reason that I feel like people date, which is the selfish reason, is, for example, Diddy and Carisha. I'm in my 50s. I'm a man with money. I'm going to go get the young hot thing that knows about the popping strip clubs, that know all the dope songs on the radio, that's gonna make me feel young again, that's gonna give me the threesomes, that's gonna suck my dick and remind me of my 20s. You feel me? That is gonna make me, you feel me? That is gonna make my heart beat a certain way and see another side of life. And vice versa. There's older women that date younger men for the same reason. Yeah. So again, to tie in what I'm saying, Jonathan Majors, I personally would not jump into a relationship right after or in the middle of what I got going on. Although somebody brought a valid point and said maybe the girl found messages between him and Megan Good on the phone. That's why, all that chaos happened. But I personally, if something like that happened to me, I would just lay low. I'm not saying for you not to fuck.
At least a year. Hasn't even been a year.
Take 6 months to a year off.
A year.
Like, you have enough money to go to Mexico and do like Kanye after the Taylor Swift shit. Disappear to Hawaii, bro. Like, just disappear for a while. Album. Work on yourself. Work on an indie film on the low. You feel me? Make the people miss you. Make them want to see you on the big screen again. But when you making headline every week, especially tied to or involving other women, like, you're not giving people a chance to miss you and to forget about what happened. That's just my take on everything.
So I kind of, by the way, before I even go on to my take, And for the people that say maybe they just generally like each other, did y'all ever think about that? That's obviously a possibility as well.
Yeah,
I have to put that out there.
It's a highly
to the
unlikely
world.
possibility.
Not highly unlikely. It's a possibility
Based on how it came out. You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
if that's my girl, I liked her this whole time. I would have been seen on red carpets with her. I would have, you feel me? How many interviews this nigga did trying to talk about his cup and his mom and XYZ. You never mentioned you were involved with a sister, and now all of a sudden you holding hands leaving the airport in a plane. Stop.
And I'm speaking as someone, like, by the way, the next topic we're kind of got to go into, it kind of plays a role, but it's like, we kind of titled it boundaries, but we could be titled as like a lot of other shit. Speaking as a man that's in a relationship, that's happy in his relationship, and I'm not going to Derrick Jaxn y'all to death, trust me. I promise. Like, I'm just speaking as a man who's happy in his relationship. He's with a woman who's also happy in the relationship, and I just want to explain why we're happy in a relationship. I'm not saying I'm in the most perfect relationship. I'm not perfect. My girlfriend she's perfect to me. I'm not saying she's like perfect to you, but reason why we're happy in our arrangement is that literally we knew exactly what we want going into our relationship. And I feel like a lot of people don't know exactly what they want in a relationship. That's why the dating pool
Can I ask you a
is
question?
so fucked today.
I know you knew what you wanted going into it, and she wanted something as well. Did you? Because there's different things you could want out of a situation. You guys obviously wanted to be with each other, so that's the relationship. That's the foundation. The direction you guys are taking with things so far. Do you feel like everything is all on one accord, or do you feel like one is leading the other more than?
Oh, one accord for sure.
One accord. So every
I know some niggas
decision,
can be like, oh, that nigga lying, but no,
every
that's one
decision
accord.
is a joint decision.
Yes.
Okay.
As my friends would probably say no as a joke, but yes, everything is.
Okay.
Everything.
What's
is
the
dual
dynamic?
citizen.
Is it 50-50, or do you lead completely and she follows?
You know what's so crazy?
What's the dynamic? And I know we rarely talk about relationships on here, especially our personal relationships, but this is just an open conversation. You don't have to go into details.
Literally, it's like with my girlfriend, it's literally like I lead, she leads. It's like, the thing is, like with women, and especially like not saying all black women, it's like, well, at least with my girlfriend specifically, she chooses when and when not to be like submissive. She knows when, oh, I'm gonna take charge into this, where it's like clear example, we're planning a trip soon. She knows I'm gonna have to book everything. I'm just gonna ask Gary, yo, just pay me this. I'm like, cool. That's just the dynamic.
But you don't feel like you lose in that sense, as far as like you might not be involved necessarily on the type of hotel she picked or the location of the trip, or do you just not care? You just want to be with her?
I just don't care. I just want to be with her. And you know me, I'm a homebody, so it's like the fact that I'm just going out, it's like, hey, you want to go out? I want to go out, need a vacation? Fuck it, let's go. But just she knows, it's like, hey, you just let me know the hotel, let me know the price. And I'm pretty sure that's what's probably gonna be like on my wedding day. Give me the number, literally. But as far as like what
you don't find something wrong in what you're saying at all.
But then again, I'm not saying it's right or wrong.
No, I'm not saying wrong in a sense of like how you, because however you want to do your relationship, it's your relationship. Do what you please. But for me and for you a little bit, you might not speak up when it comes to things with your girlfriend. But if I say, Gary, we going to New York for a weekend, your energy is completely gonna change, because you're gonna want to know where we going, where we staying.
Well, let me tell you why.
You're gonna want to know more details.
I'm gonna tell you why, because one thing with my girlfriend and my friends, I know my girlfriend's responsible. The thing is, when I plan anything or try to plan anything with my friends, I gotta look at, no offense, I gotta look at my friends as an individual. This friend owes me $100. Oh, he took me 3 months to pay me back $100.
Okay.
This friend right here doesn't know when to like do this, doing that. He doesn't know X, Y, and Z, and I'm usually have to like be the forerunner every time we want to do something. And this friend here is like, I don't want to be anything. I'll try to do something not too direct, but it's like, it's just, this friend is not the most responsible person out of the bunch as well.
Okay.
So me, the thing is, like, as far as like with our friend group, I know if anything happens, everything runs smoother when Gary kind of takes charge on like what the fuck is to do.
I don't agree, but okay.
Yeah, it's okay if you don't agree, but I'm just saying is like when Gary puts his, I can't just lay back and let y'all figure it out, because we're gonna be sharing. We're gonna buy a 1 bedroom and 2 beds. So like obviously.
Oh hell no, nigga, we too grown for that. Ain't nobody would have sleep side by side with niggas in the room.
We
You
would
crazy.
think that, but we have friends in our group chat where it's like, oh, you know what, fam, we just sleeping in there.
Okay, I just, because my thing is,
You're more hands-on.
My input my input, if I have to, if I could add or chime in to what you describing, that would give me anxiety.
I know,
And
because you're a hands-on person.
I'm hands-on, and I like to be involved in decisions. Because it's like, if I'm allergic to fucking, or I don't like the water, I don't want you to take me to Cancun or somewhere on an island where I'm going to be surrounded by water.
We decide on at least where, like, at least as a country.
I'm just saying, sure. Like, because you.
No offense, I'm not going to Haiti anytime soon.
You are low-key bougie, so I could assume you don't want to stay at a boutique hotel. You would want to stay somewhere with amenities, where you have secure parking and shit like that. So it just seems like, oh nope, just let me know how much and I'll pay it. And are you at least 10% involved? That's all I want to know.
As far as the 10% is like, oh, she shows me what the hotel looks like, this and that, the amenities, and because the thing is, like, when you've been with someone for 6 years, they know exactly what you like and know what you don't like.
Because sometimes girls who pick the most expensive shit thinking like it's gonna be the best experience when you could have the most fun at a cheaper price doing the exact same thing too.
Oh, of course, but then again. But the thing is, the fact that you said it, the reason why me and my girlfriend just generally just like merging together, at least with those thoughts where it's like, that's just our synergy and chemistry. Like, okay. Like example, going into like another combo with this is like, as far as like with boundaries.
Okay.
Like, I know where not to put myself in a situation and where it's okay for me to put myself in this situation. Like me and Cheech just literally just had like a whole podcast literally when the cameras are off about like, as far as it's just Gary not going outside, or is it like Gary not, or as Cheech calls it, Gary doesn't know how to like put himself in the fire or handle himself in the fire, quote unquote. But the thing is like what my argument with Cheech is, where it's like, depending on the scenario and the intimacy of a setting, why am I going to put myself in a lion's den? Like, for example, me and Cheech had a convo about the fact is like, when we were in college, one type of party that was going on like damn near once a month, every other week, it was always some bitch doing a freaking hotel party, a lingerie party, a freaking pajama party, this and that. And the most people that'll be there is freaking 12 to 13 people, maybe. And out of those 12 to 13 people, 8 of them would be females, and maybe like 4 or 3 of them might be dudes. I've gotten invites to like a lot of them, and then I'm literally saying to myself, where it's like, fam, this is kind of like I'm setting myself up for failure. Not saying that I don't trust myself around women, but it's like, fam, I know exactly what the objective is at this fucking party.
I would have to disagree. And
even before you go, the last thing I'm gonna say is what makes me and Cheech different. Say if like we can be in a relationship with our significant others, we're deeply in love. Oh, this is the one, I'm gonna marry her, this and that. In that same exact setting with 10 people, 7 women, 3 other dudes. Oh, it's game night. It's not that serious. It's just at 2:00 in the morning. Drinks are gonna be involved. The difference between me and Cheech, I'm not going. Cheech is still going.
Okay, well, my philosophy in a relationship has always been this. I have my life, you have your life, and we have a life together. I never want to lose myself and my identity in a relationship, number one. Number two, I know how to act in a relationship. That's why I have personally never cheated in a relationship.
You saying I don't know how to act
Keyword,
in a relationship?
No. Keyword in a relationship. To me, and to your credit, again, it's not a knock. I'm just saying, I know how to maneuver around a situation. Gary prefers to stay out of the situation. It's 2 different ways of doing things. I just feel like you don't know what to stay away from if you don't do certain things. And I'm hard on you when it comes to certain things, and not necessarily just in relationship realm, right? It's just more so like, we gonna have kids one day. You feel me? As a nigga that likes to be inside, God is funny that way. God might give you a son that likes to party, that loves to be involved in sports, that wants to travel.
Yeah.
How do you guide your son or your daughter in a world that you don't know? You get what I'm saying? Or that you've lived a certain life, or you carried yourself a certain way to stay away from certain things. How do you prevent from the unknown? You get what I'm saying? So for me, I always been comfortable around women, and I know what I like. I know my type. So, bitch, you could be naked right next to me. If you're not my type, I might not have no desire to even look your way or fuck you. You feel me? But I know certain men that can't keep their dick in their pants. I know certain men.
Yo, X had to come out the fucking control room, bro.
I know certain
For the audio listeners.
No.
Our producer had to come out of the control room and look at Cheech at the side
I'm keeping it a
eye.
stack. I know certain men that can't keep their dick in their pants. I know certain men that fuck everything breathing, that can breathe out here. I'm not one of them. Do you feel like I'm one of them, Gary?
I'm not saying you're one of them, but the thing is, like with Cheech, this is why I call you the messy king. You put yourself in scenarios, and I've seen it happen countless times. With even like,
I'll admit, I like a little toxicity sometimes.
Of course, but not to get it too much into our personal lives, because it is personal. Like, we've seen like issues with like, as far as like our friends getting in and out of relationships. You might get a phone call, hey yo, Cheech, you really had to be at that party, bro? Really? You just had to be there? True. Have you gotten that convo from someone before?
Of course I have.
Of course
I have.
But the thing is,
Cheech, why are you posting this? Okay, you behind this party. Do you have to go out to promote the party with the group of girls that you go with? Do you have to put yourself in that scene?
The thing is, like, I think one issue that Cheech, like not a deep issue, but it's like one thing is Cheech is a little disappointed that he lost his best friend to the game a little bit early, or you lost your wingman a little too early, which possibly can be a little bit of a factor sometimes.
But I can still have my wingman.
See what I mean?
No, but I'm not saying, okay, when I say wingman, I mean my man to do activities with. They don't necessarily have to involve women.
But of course, when it comes to like boat parties, freaking lingerie parties, why can't Gary be there?
Why can't Gary be there?
Why can't Gary be there?
You're being a little too extreme.
I'm not being too extreme. But as far as like even earlier, like, shouts out to one of my homies. Like, he was throwing these boat parties like damn near every month. And he's like, yo, Gary, what the fuck you not coming? Because like, fam, there's 30 bitches on a boat and there's literally less than 10 niggas. There's one objective here. And if I'm telling, do you
feel like that has to be your objective? That's all I'm asking.
It's not my objective.
So you don't feel like you could go to that boat party and leave and go back home?
It's not the fact that it's like I can leave and go back home. I'm capable of doing anything. I don't get peer pressure to do anything. But the thing is like when you like been with someone for so long and you know what will make them uncomfortable, that's what's the word compromise comes in. And a lot of people don't know how to do that. But that's not compromising. To you, it's not compromising. Like, oh, if you're not comfortable if I do this, and all right, I won't do it. That's just literally having respect for your other one.
But having respect and compromising is two different things.
But literally,
compromise is this. Compromise is you have your viewpoint, I have my viewpoint. We come to the middle.
But you know what compromise is? It comes with actions, not just words, right?
I know that.
but a lot of people don't process that. But it has to be a joint
decision.
Yes, it's a joint decision. But when it comes to like, this is why I said like when you actually have respect for someone, and I know this sounds crazy, but like when you have respect for someone, you're gonna do stuff and not do stuff depending on how they would feel. That's what's called the respect thing is. Like, obviously, if you have a girl that's like, oh, you met a girl, she loves to go into Miami with a bunch of niggas, like five niggas and 2 other dudes. They just love being in Miami every other week. But she starts dating you now, and you express to her like, oh, I know that you've been doing you like to go on your little trips with like your guy friends, your homegirls, but I'm not really comfortable knowing that there's a lot of heterosexual dudes that be dancing on you. I've seen them dance to you on the club. I'm just not comfortable with you keep doing that while we're together. You know what she would do if she really gives a fuck about you? She would stop doing it. It's not being controlling. It's not being controlling. It's just respect for someone.
There's a caveat in what you're saying, which makes it seem like it's controlling, because you're not describing the options that you present to that person and what leads to that decision. You just saying like, oh, you don't. Okay, shit. We're using these mics to record. If you come here and say, Cheech, I don't like the way the mic look, let's not use it. Mm-hmm. Hold on, bro. Can we try to put the mic on the side? Can we use a different table? Can we get a mic stand? You feel me? Like, we don't have to necessarily go straight to get rid of the mic. You feel me? Okay. So back to the relationship and the example that you gave, like, if I know you like to go party in Miami, you have a lot of dude friends. Mm-hmm. I could suggest, hey, I'm uncomfortable with that. can I meet some of these dudes? Are they in relationships? Are you okay with me coming along? You feel me?
Okay.
That way, it seems like
Okay.
I'm attempting to adjust to what you like a little bit, because giving up me asking you to give up what you like to do is kind of unfair. Although what you might be doing could be hurting me, but I feel like the adjustment is more of a compromise than giving it up. You feel me?
And even still on the topic where it's like, even like another way to compromise in that scenario where it's like, instead of you going to Miami with these niggas like every other week, how about you just see them on like special occasions?
Yeah, but see, that's more
compromisation.
of a,
Okay,
that's more-
compromisation.
So for me,
And that's if you really fuck with these dudes, by the way.
So for me, a compromise would be with the boat party example. It's like, okay, cool. I don't have to go to the ones you do every month, but if it's your birthday, I'ma be there.
Okay.
You feel me? All right. I mean, shit, we on the same page.
On the same
but
page.
as far as like boundaries, the way I do it is, well, the way I typically, not that I'm saying I'm running my relationship or I run my relationships, is I'm myself at all times. So everybody knows, yo, I love a good time. I love being around beautiful women. I have female friends. And I love hookah. I love, you feel me? I like good
hookah.
music. I love having a good time, and I love, just turning up and being around great company. I don't wanna, you feel me? Like, I'm not gonna have a girlfriend and have 30 girls at my house every week, but I'm not gonna cut off all my female friends just because I got a girlfriend now. Like, I will do shit like introducing my girl to who they are and establishing that, oh, hey, I'm not fucking none of these girls, this and that.
And
like, to me, that's more of like my lane.
Can we stay on that? Can we stay on that topic? The fact is like, oh yeah, I'm gonna introduce you. We can all be friends. In a fucking perfect world, that sounds beautiful.
I've introduced girls to
Are they still friends to
somebody
this
I'm
day?
Huh?
Are they still friends to this day?
Yeah, of course not.
Say it again. Say it again. Say it louder on the mic.
Of course we cool.
No. Is that girl and those other girlfriends that you, are they cool to this day?
But I'm not trying to
You
make
know,
sure.
say it again.
But see, my thing is, I'm not trying to make sure my girl is cool with other girls that I'm cool with.
But you literally just said, oh, if you're not a fan of me hanging out with these girls, we can all introduce each other.
No,
with,
I'm gonna
like-
introduce you to whoever I'm dating as a respect thing. You feel me? For example, if like, let's say
I got him once, but okay, he's dancing around.
I'm not-
I got him once, but
I'm
he's
not
dancing
dancing around it. What I'm saying is, if I'm dating someone, but I had a female friend before I met you, oh, I have a female friend, I have a long-standing friendship with another woman. I'm not gonna cut her off because I'm in a relationship with you. I'm gonna introduce you to my friend and say, hey, Ariel, this is Valerie. Valerie and I have been friends. We've known each other since 3rd grade. We've never done anything sexual. I just wanted you to meet each other because I don't want, when I say I'm hanging out with Valerie, or, for you to feel insecure, and I want you guys to have your own relationship. You feel me? So it don't seem like I'm doing something shady behind your back. That's all. But I feel like we both have the same intentions. We just use different methods. But I still feel like you be ducking the smoke.
I don't be ducking the smoke. I really don't.
Gary,
The thing is,
I had a brunch. You came twice.
okay, but maybe you feel like, oh, Gary just naturally just
And I've
likes to
seen
be
you
home.
run out of one of them.
It's not really running out of one because I actually had shit to do. But the narratives. The narratives. The reason why like Cheech be saying like, oh, I be ducking shit is like, oh, Gary is like gets nervous around women. He hides from women. He can't be around women.
I never said that. Why
So, all right, now he want to be cute because
Well,
the
why are you
cameras
putting
is on.
words in my mouth? I
Really?
never said those things.
Really?
I said you just don't be in the paint.
But then again, why would I want to keep myself in the paint where it's like, fam, it's like, I know I'm not really getting much out of this. And by the way, and I'm not trying to disrespect your brunch, but it's like when Cheech is like, oh, Gary, come to the brunch. 9 times out of 10, I'm by myself because Cheech is damn near one of the bottle girls running around running around doing this.
I feel you, bro. I'm just saying, man.
But
Listen,
but literally-
sometimes as men, we miss each other. Like, just because you dating someone don't mean like I gotta beg you sometimes to go watch the game.
No, I completely understand that. But and the thing is, what I want to consider like people like, especially with my friends. Men are like the least like what's it called? Considering people probably on this, like the most like least considering like species on this planet. Cause you know what men really just can't fathom is like, oh, Gary don't freaking go out because you got a girlfriend. Has anyone ever really sat down and be like, maybe Gary just don't like to stay out late anymore. We can grow out of shit.
We don't give a fuck because if your girlfriend sets something up, you gonna go. So if we set something up, your ass better be outside.
But then again, if my girlfriend sets something up, you know what Gary's doing? Laying down in a bed, laying down on a couch, eating food, watching Netflix. Same shit he would do at his house. He's just doing it in another location.
All I'm saying
But if I'm doing it with my homies, we literally at Loft at 3 o'clock in the morning. There's no parking. There's a sweaty ass nigga with dreads on top of my freaking lip.
You always use the worst examples to validate your bullshit points. This
You
is what
just
I'm
mad
saying.
because it's a valid point.
All right, all I'm saying is overall, this is the last thing I'm gonna say. My biggest fear is you calling me when you 35 and be like, Cheech, what you doing tonight?
That's your biggest fear? You know the funny thing is that
I'm gonna be in bed with my wife, and I'll be like, 10 years ago when I was outside and wanted to do all that shit, you was under your girl's titties, and now you would have come outside when niggas is booed up in a relationship. My son in the other room sleep. I gotta be up in the morning at 6. No, nigga.
And you know what's my biggest fear for you?
What's your biggest fear?
We gonna be 40, and this nigga Cheech is like, hey, you trying to hit up Taco Tuesday tonight? Because we know niggas who are 40 to 35 that's doing today.
Gary, I think the biggest misconception is you feel like I'm on every scene. You feel like I'm
You
out.
are on every
That's
scene.
not true. You feel like I go out every night? You think I can afford to go out every night?
No. All right. Now I want to talk to the audience now. Let me tell you what Cheech's definition of going out and what's not going out. Fam, I be chilling. This would be a Wednesday night. At that one spot, we're not going to say the name where Cheech used to do his brunch at. It's 12:30 in the morning. Bro, fam, I'm literally just came here to get food. Fam, it's 12:30 in the morning. There's loud music. Just because you weren't fucking Easy Slides, you still outside.
But I don't think that's going out. Going to get food is going out?
Fam, it's about where you getting food, fam. Like, literally. All right, since your term of going out. This is what Cheech considers not going out. Fam, if I don't got a fit on, I'm not out. But I'm going to be in a loud, packed setting where I could possibly party. But the reason why is like, fam, I just came here to get food and dip. No, nigga. All I see in the background, Cheech with the reach, But she's like, no, I'm not out because I'm
You know what it is? I realize what it is. I think we have different versions or definitions of going out. If I'm going to a hookah lounge, that's not going out. If I'm going If I'm going to a restaurant, that's not going out. I feel like going to a spot where I took time of day to go to, that's going out. But like, how many times we been to Twin Peaks? You still consider Twin Peaks as going out?
But bro, that's still technically you are going out. Not obviously not into the dynamic of like, going in the club. I know that's a different definition, but you are on the scene. If niggas say that, I be seeing Cheech, he be at Twin Peaks all the time. That's you being out because you're literally outside your house.
Okay, so your definition of outside is outside of your house. Okay, I get it.
Well, if you outside your house at 1 o'clock in the morning when niggas usually shoot dice, but you be talking to niggas while they shooting dice, you on the scene.
So if I go to get gas, I'm outside. Okay, I get it. Well, I mean, shit. It seems like that's our show.
That's pretty much the show. We got nowhere.
Anyway, no, that's fine. I want the audience to pick whose side are you on. I want you guys to give us feedback and let us know whose views you side with more. Mm-hmm. And don't tuck your dick in between your fucking legs and give a biased opinion.
Exactly.
You feel me? Don't bring your sneaker hive over here. Try to
That's hate. That's hate. Leave the hive alone.
Don't bring your sneaker combo buddies over here. Try to side with. Because I've seen a couple of them underneath the last pod.
Oh, please. And don't bring your freaking For My Ladies hive in the freaking chat. The niggas who haven't been in love in 30 years. Yeah, fuck them bitches.
That's not true. We love women over here, man.
Where do you go by, man?
Shit, man. I go by the name of Cheech, a.k.a. if you catch me outside, I am going to meet somebody or I'm picking up food. A.k.a. We need a new Drake song for the summer. A.k.a. Yeah, man. Petition. Please sign a petition. Help me. I'm going to post a petition to get Gary outside. All I need is 30 signatures.
30 signatures.
And I'll take it to City Hall.
Bro, asking for a petition for 30 signatures is nuts.
All I need is 30 signatures. And I'll take it to the local mayor's office and I'll
What type of crackhead petition is this? 30 signatures.
30 signatures.
You could have stood outside of a freaking Walmart and just like, hey, it's like this right here.
Hey, my homie, man. He's locked
You
up.
Do you know how nuts
He's
that
not in
is?
jail. He's locked up. Please help me get him out.
Bro, a nigga is gonna literally give you $50. Yo, get the fuck out of my face, bro. But yo, I go by the name of Gary, aka In Gary We Trust, aka Fuck Yo Petition, aka.
See how dismissive he is? Mr. Compromising over here is very dismissive.
You're right. You got me. AKA inside of my damn bed, and I'll catch you guys on the next fucking episode. And once again, I want to say I do appreciate everybody who watches the pod, comments on the pod, supports the podcast in any way, shape, or form. And please, I need some more engagement for sure.
That's a fact.
If I'm crazy, please drop a crazy emoji. If Cheech is cap, drop a cap logo. I need some form of engagement.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
We got to do this, man.
So what is this?
These are the aesthetics.
See y'all next time.
X coming out is crazy.
Yeah, that was
X, no, I was right.